my new Herridge H150 custom core Artisan aged. And it's one of those special guitars that as soon as I opened the case, before I'd even plugged it in, immediately it became one of my favorite guitars ever. I can't wait to show you why. Let's take a closer look. Now, I haven't played this too much yet, and I'm gonna plug it in, get some almost first impressions while we write a demo track, but first, let me tell you about this guitar's heritage. That was fucking lame. We move. Heritage guitars are made in Kalamazoo, Michigan at the historic 225 Parsons building. And if you're wondering why that sounds familiar, it's because it's the former Gibson factory where they enjoyed what many people regard as their golden years. All the legendary 59 bursts worth ridiculous amounts of money made it 225 Parsons. When Gibson moved from Kalamazoo to Nashville though, many of the employees didn't want to relocate. Instead, they outright bought the facility and continued making guitars replicating the magic. And so even today, they build their guitars in the traditional way, the way that they were built back then. Now, I've already demoed the Herridge H150 Standard. Amazing guitar. I'll leave a link to that in the cards that you can go check out. This custom core, though, is their flagship model, made in their custom shop with the highest attention to detail, using the highest quality materials, or at least so they say. But I mean, I believe them. Look at this fucking top. Custom hand-wired 225 classic pickups, and Heritage R&D is run by Ed Wilson, who's credited as being a founder of the Gibson Custom Shop and a guy who worked alongside Tom Murphy, the namesake of Gibson's Murphy Lab. Now, when Ed Wilson joined Heritage, he helped develop the Artisan aged treatment. So, this guitar looks and feels like it's been well loved for decades. It's got all the beautiful finish checking, the hardware patina, the yellowing inlays, and it's all done by hand. Ed Wilson's revealed that they've even developed special tools specifically for creating each finish check, again, by hand, and there is a fuckload of finish checking. Now, obviously, each one being aged by hand, they are all unique, so it just so happens that the sponsor of today's video, Sweetwater, have their guitar gallery feature that comes in clutch. Love you, Sweetwater. They've got pictures of the exact guitars that are in stock, so you can check the color, the top, the figuring, the aging, even the weight. I actually wasn't too sure about this particular color, Dark Cherry Sunburst, because a lot of the stock photos make the burst look kind of orange. So I was thinking about maybe going with one of the other colors, Dirty Lemon Burst or Tobacco Sunburst, maybe even one of the plain top colors, Ebony or Gold Top. But you can see, in real life, it's got this awesome dark red. So the guitar gallery, such a sick feature to make sure you are getting the guitar that you want. And all of Sweetwater links to all the gear I'm using in the description if you want more info or decide to pick up something of your own. And you can also bookmark my affiliate link down below to use and you need strings or picks or whatever. It's a fun way to support the channel. I get a little kickback to reinvest back into the content. It also lets them know that I sent you so we can put together more fun videos and giveaways for you guys. And with that, let's talk a bit more about this guitar. It's all ridiculously incredible, but I found the best way to really test a guitar and get a feel for it is to write with it, see what kind of riffs and tones it inspires. So let's plug it in, let's get some first impressions, and write ourselves a demo track. Holy shit. Wow. I'm telling you right now, this could very much be the best carved top single cut I've ever played, if not one of the best guitars I've ever played. I can tell you that already with confidence after only playing a couple chords. Like, everything about it just exudes quality. Like, the neck shape, the feel of the worn finish, the attention to detail with the worn fingerboard edges, not to mention the attention to detail with the relicing. Because I say it a lot, there's a difference between a well-done relic and just fucking straight damage. And this is 100% the former. It feels played in. And that is really what I look for in an aged guitar. Personally, I do think Relic's guitars look cool. Like, all this finish checking, how long did it take them to do this? Obviously, the aged metals look cool, although it is kind of weird that the headstock inlay is aged, but the fingerboard inlays are not. And also, the plastics aren't as aged as the finish. Like, these knobs should feel more worn down. The plastics should feel a little more scuffed up, but really, it's the feel that's important, and holy shit, they've nailed it. It's so easy to play and so quick. I was also told to watch out for these pickups, especially in high gain contexts. These humbuckers might produce a lot of feedback because they may or may not be wax potted, but honestly, I think they sound kind of great. And I'm running the guitar through the Victory Super Kraken. The Kraken and PAF pickups seem to really just complement each other. I will admit, the headstock looks kind of bizarre from afar. A little my first shop class vibes, but you really don't notice it when you're playing, not when the rest of it is this good. This is also a very stupid point to call out, but I really like how the headstock says Herridge rather than the Herridge on the standards. It looks so much better, and it makes more sense. The name of the brand is Herridge, but we move. Anyways, demo track. I do not know what it is about Heritage guitars, but they put me in an alter bridge kind of mood. So what we need is a big ol' main riff. I like the theme, but I think we can make it more energetic. Instead of like huge gaps in between the slides, we can do like... and then in between them we can do like little fill variations. Yeah, you know, I'm actually really impressed with this bridge pickup. Probably wasn't designed with crushing gain in mind, but it works. Okay, cool, we've got our main riff, and then we can throw some big octaves over that. Yeah, basically just shamelessly rip off Poison in your veins. And then I'm thinking like a palm muted single note section. Something that would be good to throw some single clean notes over. And it should be descending, so... Sure. Easy. Simple enough. Clean notes now. Yeah, that'll sound real nice over the palm mutes. Back to the fun stuff. Actually, let's go really fun. I'm thinking we need a big old chonker of a riff. Halftime, big octaves. So actually, I'm thinking we blend in the octave down for this. Oh, that's some fucking caveman shit. Let's go. That is disrespectful. Yeah, sorry, I haven't really been talking too much about the guitar. You don't even notice it's there. The riffs just pour out. You don't have to think about it. It just does. It just does riffs. Something I have noticed is that, unlike the Murphy Lab that I tried a few weeks back, this has a bunch of finish checking on the neck. I mean, you can clearly see it from the B-roll. On the Gibson Murphy Lab, you could really feel the checking as you were playing the guitar. Like, you know when you're exiting the highway and you've got those bumpy sections that remind you to slow down? That's kind of what it felt like, or at least the guitar equivalent. You know what I mean? It was immediately noticeable. This, you don't feel it. It just has that super smooth, worn finish feel that I love with Well Done Relics. I mean, I just can't get over this. The figuring at the top, the finish, phenomenal. And then over the big old chonker of a riff, I'll throw down some sort of lead. I'm not really a lead player. It takes me a long time to write. So I think those are enough ideas for now. I'm going to go ahead, work on this off camera, and I'll meet you back here for soloed sound clips and my final thoughts on this guitar. But first, here's how the demo track consisting of the first riffs inspired by this guitar turned out. Alright, so my Herridge H150 Standard is easily one of the best traditional carved top single cuts I've ever played. It is a special guitar. And so I didn't really know how a custom core version could possibly be much more higher end. And yet, holy shit. Relics guitars can be a mixed bag. Sometimes they look all beat up and abused, kinda for no reason. With this is relicing done right, and why I love Relics guitars. This doesn't just look the part, it feels it too. It's broken in, it's more comfortable, it's smoother than playing a new gloss guitar, and take nothing away from how beautiful this thing is. I'm literally just saying lines to give my editor an excuse to throw in more B-roll of the hand-aged AAA flame top. My fucking god. And it comes with an awesome vintage style hard case. I love the combo of the dark brown exterior, dark green plush interior, Herridge custom shop badging. So I've played a ton of single cuts. This channel is more or less a digital love letter to the single cut. And this is gonna sound like kind of a weird point, but bear with me. I think one of the big factors to consider with this one is the value. It's expensive for sure, but relative to what his former colleague Tom Murphy is doing, for the quality of the guitar, the quality of the relicing, arguably a great value when it comes to the world of heirloom level guitars. And right now, out of the box, I'm telling you now, this is easily one of the best guitars I've ever played. It's a goddamn work of art, and that's basically all I have to say about it. So I think that's where I'm going to end the video. That will do it for my thoughts. Here's where I'll throw it to you. Let me know what you're thinking about this guitar or Herridge guitars in general down below. Massive shout out to my amazing patrons that make each and every video possible. Their names are up on the screen right now. Consider joining them if you want to support what I do. You can also join as a channel member or pick up some comfy merch. I basically reinvest everything back in the channel, so thank you in advance for helping me make better and better content. I really appreciate you all. Social media, Discord, and affiliate links are down below. As always, thank you so much for watching. You've been awesome, and I will see you for the next video.